lately I've just been on a super marathon of a TV show I used to watch quite a lot back in maybe probably I started watching it back in 2017. Watched it hella and then kind of stopped it, and I just watch it here and there, and that is Shark Tank, and it's so freaking good. Yo, it's the best show ever. I don't literally mean that because you can't really compare it to like drama, but it is so good. And just like what it's basically about, if people who don't know about it, it's just in the UK we have Dragon's Den. It's like Dragon's Den but like 20 times better. Like, I don't mean to hate on Britain and all this this show, but yo, like, it is Dragon's Den. Like, is in a little den. The presenters are pretty like bit dead. And it's just a dead vibe. Like, no offense, I don't mean to hate, but I guess America's just do it way more interesting. But this show is funny, is lit, is sick. It's like the best show I've been watching since forever. But yeah, so it's just basically a show where you have a bunch of rich entrepreneurs basically, and they just want to, you have up and coming entrepreneurs who just come up and basically present their ideas, and it's really interesting. Some of the different businesses you get, I love it. It's really good stuff. But what really makes it is kind of the presenters in the show. So let's go kind of one by one. I'm mainly going to go over like the main cast of the show. I call them cast. They are the cast. But so let's start off first of all. Let's not get. I don't mean to be like. Let's get the boring people out of the way. You have. This is no like shade to these people. Obviously they're very successful, but just on the show they're just a bit. You have Robert Herjavec. What are my thoughts on him? I think he's a nice shark. That's what I'll say. He's a very nice person. It seems like he doesn't really do many deals. That's the thing about him. That's the thing. He doesn't do many deals from what I can see, and what I've heard. Well, not heard, but what I've read about behind the scenes of Shark Tank is that the deals that he does, a lot of them actually don't really go through. So something I didn't realise with Shark Tank is that if the shark does deal with the entrepreneur, it doesn't actually mean that they go on to do it afterwards. And a lot of them actually, the deals fall through after the show because they've got to do some like due diligence check, I reckon. And Robert apparently is the one who has the highest rates of deals that don't actually go through. And I mean, it shows because in the show they do have intervals where they look at some of the sharks and their investments, and you hardly see Robert talk about his successful investments. But apart from that, he's like the nice shark. He can be quite funny sometimes, a bit childish, but that's Robert. You have Damon. Yeah, he's actually really. He says some of the funniest shit. I can't lie. He says some really funny. I can't even say it because I can't think of the top of my head. But some of the things he says, it just makes you chuckle. Yeah, he's honestly chill. Like, there's no like nothing bad about him. I don't think he does many deals either. But he does put offers out of there, here and there. But now, honestly, pretty chill shark. He's pretty funny, I can't lie. Now we get on to basically, the four that are just like mad. You have Laurie. Laurie is honestly, she's just like, she's probably like, if I wanted to have a shark, I'm not even joking, I'd choose Laurie and then someone else, but I'll say that person after. I'd want to deal with Laurie because she's all about QVC. That's kind of her thing, right? She does all these infomercials, but like the deals she's done have been crazy. Like she did the Scrub Daddy, and that just went off the wall, successful. She actually does a few deals. She's very much into all the products, and And yeah, I mean, she's good. She's always asking about, she always wants to know the backstory behind the kind of entrepreneur. She'll always say, give me your background and your story. When I hear that, I'm just like, really? But she's good, man. She does quite a few deals, actually. And, you know, I really respect the sharks who actually give offers, because a lot of them just don't. But yeah, she's not really funny, but she's good, man. Like, I think she's she does add a lot to the show, because she does a lot of this. Like, she's kind of, they call it the queen of QVC, because that's the thing, man. If you want someone in retail, she knows what to do. That's Laurie. Then you have Barbara. Barbara's the funniest. No, she's not the funniest. She's probably the second funniest. Barbara doesn't do deals like ever. She will be out for no like reason, right? And if you watch the YouTube, it's funny, man, because people pick up on this, and you know, every deal that gets put in front of her, there's always comments saying, "Oh yeah, I'm out," and it will be like, for the most weirdest reasons, whatever. It will be like, "Oh yeah, I don't like your hat, so I'm out." Yeah, man, she has so many excuses when she doesn't do deals, but when she does a deal, though, big up to her, because those deals are massive. She done like a restaurant lobster thing called Cousin's Main Lobster, which just went crazy. She apparently put in $50,000 for a piece of clothing, like a massive kind of, how do I say it, like a massive blanket, but for your whole body. And apparently she just like, that company's done like $500 million or something. She literally just made like over like $50 million from that one investment. She put 50,000, you know, don't quote me on that, but when she does a deal, she really does, you know, really knows what she's doing. And she's just funny, man. Some of the shit she says, I'm just like, how does she get away with it? But yeah, Barbara's lit, you know, when she's on the show, yeah. And then you have Mark Cuban's like, he's the one that everyone wants, very confident. He's very smart, man. Like, he really, I don't know how to say it, he just, you know, he kind of knows what he's doing. And he doesn't do many deals, you know, as well. I've realised he's very selective in what he does, and the way he negotiates is his intention. You know, he'll just say to the, you know, person, the entrepreneur, look, I'll give you this deal, but I want to hear a response right now. And not many other of the sharks do that. You know, one thing, the other sharks, they will usually let the other people, or the person pitching, they all let that person, you know, kind of hear the room out, and, you know, hear the room out and kind of just hear what other offers are on the table. But Mark, when he wants to close a deal, he will close a deal. And to be honest with you, he always, you know, if he puts an offer out there, most of the time, the people pitching always want him for some reason. I mean, he is like, I think the richest on that whole panel. But yeah, Mark Cuban, like, yeah, he's the man of the show, man. He just gets shit done. But I can't think of any investments he did that were like crazy. So I don't know. But yeah, Mark's like one of the main people on that panel. And then you have my favourite, Kevin O'Leary. He is the funniest shark, man. He is the shark. He's my favourite shark. And like, here's why. He's funny as hell. Some of the shit he says, like, all roads lead to Mr. Wonderful. Just his kind of personality is really, really hilarious. He's just so funny, but he's also, I think he's like the most emotional, because he will cry he always cries whenever there's like a emotional kind of dialogue from the person pitching. But one of the best things that I like about Kevin is that he always puts offers on the table. You know, all the other sharks don't, you know, and he even acknowledges it. He will say to the sharks, look, you guys don't put offers in, I put offers in. He will always most likely put an offer in, even if he doesn't think it's that amazing. And I mean, that's entertaining. He's always got shit going on. He's putting an offer out there, and then he'll give like a really shitty negotiation, like a royalty deal where he wants, you know, a lot of money per item sold. But he's so smart, man. Like, he actually puts offers out there. he's there to also do business. I think he is the best shark for that reason, because yeah, man, like if he always negotiate, and most of the time the people pitching don't want to do deals with him. I don't know why. I don't own a business, but maybe the deals he puts up, maybe they're really that bad. But he calls himself Mr. Wonderful, but he's like one of the mean sharks. But he's honestly not mean. He's probably the most honest, and he's just the funniest shark ever. Yeah, he's done some pretty mega deals. It's funny because I can't even recall them on the top of my head, but he's done some pretty big deals, and that's what he does, man. He just does business, and he puts offers out there. I can't emphasize that. He'll always say, look, I'll do this, whatever, and he'll negotiate, which is good. So that's kind of the show and the guest. Yeah, I think they're all pretty big personalities, and yeah, in terms of why I like the show, it's just interesting, the different businesses you get on there, just the kind of production as well. Dragon's Den in the UK, I mean, it's good, but it's just very, very too serious almost. Whereas this is a bit more, just, I don't know how to say it, just more brighter and just better really to watch. You get arguments and fights on this show. I'm sure you get that on Dragon's Den. Truthfully, I haven't seen Dragon's Den in like years. I can't remember the last time I saw that show. I should probably rewatch it. But you get a lot of drama on the show, which is good. And yeah, it's just an interesting show. What else can I really talk about? One thing I don't understand about this show is, or one thing I don't really like about the show, actually, one sec. It's not I don't like, but it's more I don't understand is when, because obviously the people who get to pitch their business ideas on the show, they obviously have to go through like a first round audition, or the presumed. But one thing I don't understand is when you have these companies coming in, someone's at the door, with revenues or profits of like over millions, or like 2 million, or literally their profits or revenue sales are all in the millions. And I'm just like, why are they really there? And even some of the sharks, they do say, like, why are you here if you've got all these millions of views, millions of sales? That's something I don't understand, because I feel like it's a bit unfair. Surely you should give it to people who actually need to increase their sales, and it'd be more, I don't know, beneficial. But that's just my take. But yeah, apart from that Shark Tank, give it a watch and let me know how it is. Best show on the planet. And yeah, peace.